Good morning, students. Today I will discuss you about the main memory, primary memory. So random access memory. Random access memory is a primary memory, or you can say internal memory, and RAM is a volatile in nature, means when the power goes off, the contents of RAM get erased. It happens whenever you write something in your computer, and if you have not saved your file, and all at once the power gets switched off, so your data also get erased, okay, due to the power failure. So why it's so? Because your RAM of the computer memory is a volatile in nature, okay. We have following kinds of RAM: static RAM, SRAM or dynamic RAM, DRAM. So, dynamic RAM consists of transistor and capacitor that is capable of storing an electric charge. So, due to the nature of the dynamic RAM, RAM is your RAM in your computer that is of transistor, and it is made up of transistor and the capacitor. And in this kind of nature of this RAM, you have to be re-save it again and again. So depending on the switching action of the transistor, the capacitor either contains no charge 0 bit or does hold a charge 1 bit. Mean to say, if your RAM, if in your RAM the current will be charged, so your data will be saved. If the current will not be charged, so the data will be not saved, and your charge bit will be 0 bit. The dynamic RAM, DRAM, provides volatile storage, that is, contents are lost in the event of power failure. Okay, so as soon as the power will be on in your system, the contents will be saved, and as soon as the power will be off, your data will be erased due to its nature. Why? Because it consists of transistor and the capacitor. So transistor and capacitor store electric charge. So if the charge, your transistor will be charged by the electricity, so the charge, so that it will hold 1 bit, otherwise it will not hold any bit. So the amount of time taken to produce data required from memory from the start of access until the availability of data is called memory access time. It is sometimes abbreviated as TAC, means how much time will be taken to produce the required data from the memory, that is known as amount taken. Okay, so DRAM refreshing. The problem of a capacitor is that it starts losing the charge over a period of time and can retain data for barely a thousandth of a second. Even a read attempt also drains out the charge. Means whenever you write and read the operation, your capacitor gets discharged, and the time you have to be refresh it, your data. Okay, therefore the memory controller needs to refresh the memory contents as many as 1000 times a second, which is called memory refreshing. Thus, refresh operations consumes precious processor time because each refresh cycle takes several CPU cycles to complete. Mean to say, if you have to save your data, you have to be refresh your RAM. Otherwise, if as soon as due to its nature capacitor is charged, so it needs to be charged again and again, then only you can save your data. That's why RAM is a volatile in nature. Volatile nature means as soon as the power will be on, the data will be saved. As soon as the power will be off, so you will lose your data. Now second is static RAM. Static RAM is also volatile, but as long as the they are supplied with power, they need no special regenerator circuit to retain the stored data. Okay, means power will be there, then no need to refresh it again. Okay, but in that case DRAM you have to be, whether the power will be there or not, you have to refresh it again and again. But in the case of static RAM, as soon as the power will, as long as the power will be on, the data will be here safe and no need to refresh it again. So static RAM consists eventually uh, of internal flip-flop, because it consists of flip-flops that shows the binary information. Okay, flip-flop you will study in a highest classes when you will go for the BTech and all. The stored flip-flop is also there in your physics also. Okay, the stored information remains valid as long as the power is applied to the unit. Okay, so static RAM mein what happens, as soon as such as the power will be on, the data will not get be erased and no need to be refresh it again and again. But in case of dynamic RAM, you have to be, whether the power is on or off, you have to be refresh your data, refresh your RAM. Now second memory, your primary memory and internal memory, we have two parts, RAM and ROM. So now we are studying ROM, read only memory. In this case, what kind, here it is not a volatile nature, it's a permanent in nature. So what happens, what kind of instructions we write in the ROM, like for booting your system, whenever you boot your system, for booting the system, some if you want, suppose whenever you start your computer first time, your system gets booted, that time some instructions your operating system require, so that instruction that we need during the first time whenever we operate the system, so that time we need such instructions, so that it's saved in the ROM. If it will be in RAM, then what will happen, if it is in RAM, so data will get erased whenever the power will be off. So you cannot start your computer that time. Okay, so that's why we, because जब आपका ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम बूट होता है तो हमें कुछ इंस्ट्रक्शंस चाहिए होते हैं जिसको बूट करने के लिए, अगर वो इसको हम रैम में लिखते हैं तो व्हाट हैपन्स, आपका सिस्टम कभी बूट ही नहीं होगा. ओके, so we have certain kind of what's the nature, ROM ko we cannot erase it, it's a permanent nature, but sometimes we want to rewrite some instructions by the system engineer. So we have different kinds of ROM, that is a EPROM. It's a PROM. PROM is programmable read-only memory. Once the chip has been programmed, the recorded information cannot be changed. PROM becomes as a ROM. ROM and PROM both are same. Means once we will record information, we cannot change it. But sometimes what happens, system engineer wants to change the value, change the data of the ROM. So that will come inside the PROM. EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. So this is another type of ROM that can be erased, and the chip can be reprogrammed to record different information using a special PROM program facility. Okay, next is a EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. By the electrical signal we can erase the data, and this can be done by this only system engineers. Okay, so we in this video I have discussed about primary memory or internal memory. Okay, static RAM, dynamic RAM, and read-only memory. And read-only memory, we have following parts: PROM. EPROM means erasable programmable read-only memory. With the help of the ultraviolet rays, we can expose the information. Okay, and next is the electrically erasable programmable read-only. With the help of the electric signal, we can erase the data. But in case of EPROM, we can, with the help of the ultraviolet light, we can change the value of this chip. Okay, so student, now in the next video I will tell you some more topics. If you will have any doubt, later on I will send you PDF, and whenever I will complete this chapter, then only I will send the PDF. So don't worry about that. Thank you.